Dealer Cruz here, folks. I went to 2 stores this week. I spent probably close to $200 between earlier this week, which was Friday. Between Friday and today, I spent close to $200 on art supplies. One of the reasons why is this is marker week for me. I've been getting into the Pitt pen markers. Pitt pen markers. Been getting into those. And so I bought a bunch of them. This is going a lot faster than what I thought it was. Let me go back. So I went to Arts and Craftsman today, to the art supply store. I bought more the Pitt pens by Faber-Castell. I've grown a like in them, and I want to get more into them. That white pen there is an acrylic pen. It goes down like Posca paint when you put it down. I wanted to open it, but I opened it later. I got the Primacolor colorless blender. I didn't realize I already had one. I had one here. I've been using it for my pastels. I haven't been using it on markers. I thought it was strictly for color pencils and pastels. I didn't know you could use it on markers, but I already had one here. It's slightly different. It has a chisel tip instead of a brush tip. And then I also bought a Primacolor alcohol marker that is compatible with Copics. Trying to get it to focus. And is that the yeah, that's the Copic that I bought. I bought one Copic marker. As you can see, it's a brown color. Is it showing the color there? Trying to get it to show the color. What color is that? I got it over there somewhere. I got it over there in my bag with all my Artist Loft markers. But I got one Copic marker. They had them open stock at Arts and Craftsman in Squirrel Hill today. So I just wanted to show you. There it is. There's the color. Aubergine. Aubergine. If I'm pronouncing that right. Aubergine. And then I have the Pitt pens, of course. I got another 5 set. I have over 30 Pitt pens. Some of them are doubles because, you know, when you buy different sets, the sets go by seasons and for different types of artwork and that. So altogether I have over 30 Pitt artist pens. I want more. I really like them. I probably want the $200 box of. They come. I think they come. Oh, they go up to 60 colors. I found out from Blick the other day. Those go up to 60 colors. My goodness. 60 colors. Well, I'm already at the, I already got probably about 40 of those colors, so I'm just gonna like probably grab them open stock instead of buying a set and then having, you know, dump in the bag. As you can see, I bought another thing of Pitt pens today, another thing of 6. I had to sit the phone down so I could open them. There you go. Those are the, I got them over there. Those are the Sierra colors. They're for like, they're another skin tone color. They're for drawing mountains and stuff and skin tones and stuff. That's what they're for. That's the photo on the box. Let me see something. I don't know if you can see this. This is what I got today. And they came in this. Okay. I like a lot of browns and pinks and stuff like that. So I got water brushes. All this is from Artist Craftsman today. There they are. There's the box to them. And I got me some new water-soluble markers. Those are the Graphix markers. I think I'll show more detail of them. Oh, there you go. I'm opening them. Just like Tombow and the Faber-Castell, these are watercolor markers, and they have a chisel nib. I got one here. Now they have a brush nib and a bullet nib. No chisel. Brush, 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 and bullet. Yeah, like that, see? So that's everything I got today. They call them the Aqua Pen, the Graphix Aqua Pen by Marabou. Marabou. And they come in sets of 6, like the Pitt pens. But you can get the whole set of so many colors. Actually, in my personal opinion, Tombow is a little bit better than these. But I made them work. I'll show you that a little bit later. I did make them work for me. I did get them to work for me. So, we'll see. I like them. But I'll get back into that later. Okay, we're going to stop there. All right, come on. All right, let's pause this. Okay. Alright, here's more. Got everything out, spread across the bed. I also went to Blick. I did this on Friday. Got me, what is that, 12 Blick markers. Now Blick, according to YouTube, is the perfect Copic dupe, they call it. The perfect Copic dupe. What I like about them is how they lay down. They don't roll or nothing when you put them on the table. They don't move because they're not round like the Copics. They're not round like other markers, alcohol markers. They're kind of like a square shape. And they have a real good color selection. That's one thing for sure. Now this here I bought 12 of them, and then I also bought I bought 12 Blick markers on Friday, a set of 12, and then I bought 2 extra. I got the white. This is the only white marker I have out of all my markers, is this one by Blick. Nobody else, you know, showed a white marker. White marker works kind of like a blender. And then I have that really interesting, I love brown, so I got that interesting brown color. So and you know, I went through, let me see, I got altogether 5 packs of the 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 packs plus some open stock of the artist Pitt pens, so I got over 30 pens. I want more. As I showed you before, you can see my Artist Loft collection. Artist Loft got me into markers. Artist Loft got me into markers. I wasn't really into markers. And then because Artist Loft is the cheapest, and I heard some good things about them on YouTube, I grabbed me a couple sets, and I was working with them, and I was like, hold up, these are nice. And then I started like doing a lot of marker scribbling, and there you have it. So I got a lot of Pitt pens, and I got a lot of Artist Loft markers. I got 14 Blick. I have 27 Artist Loft. They have really weird colors. I like Artist Loft's colors too, because they have very weird colors. Right off the top, they have colors that, you know, they work good to go along with the more expensive markers. Like, if you have Copics, you can get the Artist Loft for various color creations and blending, because they blend very, very, very well. There's something I did with the Blick markers right there. And there's something I did with the Blick markers and the Pitt pens. The Pitt pens, you can draw small stuff with them because they're so small. They're not like your average size pencil or marker. They're small. They're small. You know, they're about the size of the point is about the size of a fine ink pen. You know, a fine or medium point, you know, fine point ink pen. Those are things I did with the Blick markers slash Pitt pens. I went over the Pitt pens with, I went over the markers with the Pitt pens. Okay. I hope I didn't, I want to see that, show you that picture again. I like the Pitt pens because they go on like paint compared to markers. Markers go on like markers, but Pitt pens go on like paint. As you can see here, the three-fingered hand at the top. Okay, there it is. As you can see there, I did that. They go on like paint, and I just love the vibrant color, and I love like when you put them down and you smooth them out. You can smooth them out with your finger. When you put them down, you can use a brush to smooth them out when you first put them down, because they're like paint. They're ink. You know, if you've ever, you know, some people spend a fortune on them inks, and they dip the brush in them inks, and they use ink instead of, like, you know, watercolor or you know, markers. They use India ink, and they do complete art pieces with India ink. Well, with these, now you can do India ink projects with the Pitt pens. That's what it's all about. You're doing India ink art with its respective pen for that type of art now. And the Blick that I got is a basic set. It's got 12 of your top colors. My personal opinion is I don't think the Blick blend as well as the Artist Loft. And the Copic, well, I only got one Copic marker, so I think it does blend kind of well, but I have to blend it with certain colors that it's supposed to blend with in order to really see it blend. But I think it does blend kind of well. But again, I like the way these Pitt pens go down because they're like paint. They are what they are. They are ink, and that's the way they dry. When they dry, you know, and you know what? Before they dry, they tend to be somewhat very blendable until they dry for about like 5-10 minutes. And some of the colors, even after they've been on the paper for a good 5-10 minutes, you can still run other colors of the ink over them to blend those colors. It takes a while for certain colors to dry, so you can still blend them, you know, for, you know, after a few minutes. You can still blend them. It's pretty neat. Those are the, now that's the set I got on. Yeah, that's the set that I got at Blick on, the one with the girl, the skin colors, one with the girl on the front. I got that at Blick on Friday. I got this one here from Artists and Craftsmen today. Alright, let me make sure that, okay, I'm doing this over again. I don't need to do it over again. Okay, I think that's enough of that. But again, I have a lot of, I got over 30 Pitt pens, and now I have almost 30 Artist Loft, and I have one Copic and 12 and 14 Blick. Okay, so I think I can take a break from here. Let me see. wanted close-ups of that. Yeah, the artist Pitt pens is something that I'm going to work with for a while and really start to create something. And I can, fill up a page basically with the pens because they're small. They're really good for if you are going to be traveling or you're going to be away from home and you're going to draw while you're away from home. Those are good markers, pens to draw with while you are away from home. I think I can get out of here. Yeah, like that right there. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all Pitt pens. Most of it. The two circles with the real thick, dark colors in it. That's a mixture there of Pitt pens and Blick markers there. The Pitt pens have that vintage tint to them when they dry. They have that vintage tint to them. You know what I mean? And they look like paint instead of markers. Again, they look like paint instead of markers. Markers look like markers, especially up close. But the Pitt pens look like paint. They look like, a type of paint, which India ink is used as paint. I'm getting out of here. I think I'm done with that. Okay, let's take a break here. Now this is the Graphix that I bought today. Graphix Aqua pen. I got my phone sitting on top of it here. This is a little color thing I did. Little what do you call it? What do you call that? Abstract art, if I said that right. Abstract. Piece of thing that I did to show. So this is what it looks like before I colored it. And this is what it looked like after I colored it. Now, right off, how fast is this moving? Right off, I want to say that the Graphix Aqua pens, they are in competition with Tombow and the Faber-Castell watercolor pens. The difference is, this is the difference. Tombow eats up the paper no matter what paper you use. You got to really be really fragile with Tombow because the marker alone is already eating the paper before you add water, and then you add water and it's just like bam, it then ate the paper. Okay, these here are more friendly. They don't eat the paper that fast, but they're not blendable as blendable as Tombow or Faber-Castell, okay, watercolor markers, okay? They're not as blendable. The other thing with this is you can go over it. I went over this twice. I added more blue down there at the bottom because it was just a little bit too gritty. So I went over it. And there's a spot on there where I had to get out my Faber-Castell watercolor marker and fix it there on the right in the yellow. And then I went outside the line there, but I fixed it later with that new marker I bought today, that acrylic pen that I bought today. I whitened it out and then I went back over it with black paint. But these are nice. These Graphix, they're nice. I think I will, I don't know if I'll go get the other colors, but the ones that I have refined, I'll use them, you know, along with my Tombow and my Faber-Castell to get more effects and variety and, you know, but I already have these colors within my Faber-Castell and my Tombow. I already have these 6 colors. But they might be a shade different. I know these aren't as thick and tinted as the Tombow. The Tombow is really tinted in color. But these aren't as tinted. They're a little bit brighter. So sometimes, like, you know, I love the pink in here. I love the pink, I love the black, and I love the blue. The blue is very, very rich. And certain colors blend better than others. Like the blue, the dark colors, the black blends very well. And it covers the paper very well. The blue covers the paper very well. And the pink, because it's like a dark pink, covers the paper very, very well. But the yellow and the light pink don't cover the paper that well. You hit it with water, it doesn't move the way Tombow moves. But Tombow, the drawback with Tombow is Tombow does eat up the paper very, very fast, okay? And just about any paper you use, it's going to eat it immediately. So with my Tombow, I'm real careful, okay? I paint real slow with them, okay? I think that's enough. Let me pause this for a minute. And that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to give you anything, you know, that I've learned. Yeah, today it's been markers. It's been the Pitt pens, these here Graphix, and it's been the, like I said, I got one Copics marker. I tried it for the first time. I still think the Artist Loft is better at blending. I can understand what people are saying about the nibs. The nib on the Artist Loft versus the Blick and the Faber-Castell, the Blick and the Copic, okay? The brush nib isn't as powerful and long-lasting as the one for the Copic and the Blick, but it is softer. And I tell you one thing that Copic and the Artist Loft have in common, and that is how soft the nib is in conjunction with the paper. I repeat, how soft the nib is as in conjunction with the paper. But the Blick, I don't know, I think the Blicks are going to be my #1 markers. I love the Blick. I love the colors. I just think that they are made very well. I think they've done a great job at making them. But again, I love the colors better with the Artist Loft. And I love the way, out of all the blending, I love the way the Artist Loft blends the most. Maybe that's because I have more Artist Loft markers. But it seems like every color that I have in the bag with the Artist Loft blends with another color. Even if it's a color that is not, you know, on the color wheel with it, it still blends. But whereas, you know, with Blick and Copics and Primacolor, it seems like only certain colors blend together. That's just, you know, help me out with that. Put your, you know, no one comments on my videos. Tell me something. Teach me. Guide me. Lead me. Let's have a conversation. Talk to me. D-Roy Cruz here on my Big D channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I'll do more videos like this in the near future. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. God bless.